Live from Seahawks Stadium at Anacortes High School in Anacortes, Washington, this is Seahawks Soccer on AHS Live.
Thank you, Alex.
Beautiful rendition of our national anthem there. Welcome back to Rice Field. I'm Otto Sortune.
I'm Spencer Andrich.
And we're back for Monday Night Football, or soccer if you call it, here in the States. AHS girls soccer here with their fifth league encounter against the Meridian Trojans tonight on, I'd say, definitely a picturesque evening here at Rice Field. Spencer?
It's beautiful. It's a little bit different conditions than we had last week, probably the same time, exactly a week from today. We had almost a little bit of thunder, torrential downpour, winds of about 25 miles an hour, and now we have a picturesque sunset, no wind. Truly a beautiful evening here tonight at Rice Field.
Couldn't ask for anything more from a late September evening here for soccer. It's going to be a good one tonight. We have two teams who are, I think, 1-2 in league. I think this Hawks with 1 win, 1 draw, 2 losses in league. They're coming off of a tough defeat to Linden Christian, 4-0 in Linden, however. Tough place to play. Coming in, trying to kind of make a new week out of it.
Yeah, but Otto, everyone I've talked to, Linden is a tough team, and it sounds like, yes, the Hawks lost 4-0. However, based on the other scores I've seen from Linden, it seems like, that's not all that bad. There's probably some positives to take out of that game.
No doubt. There will be some goals set out in training this week by Coach Gretchen Hansen. You got a little inside track on some of those goals with some of the more experienced players in the team. What do you have for us in the scouting report, Spencer?
Yeah, so earlier today, I had the opportunity to speak with Phi Pungpo and Carolina Schwetz kind of about the 3 keys to the game. Ellie Kephart also added on. Key number 1, according to Phi, is really the transition back to defense. The Seahawks need to do a better job of stepping up and getting back faster. Also kind of bringing the midfield back to support. According to Carolina, the outside mids needed to talk, communicate with the outside D. It sounds like a lot of their issues are stemming around communication. And according to Ellie, the scouting report on Meridian is that Ganeek and Ravine Kaur are 2 senior outside defenders from Meridian who have the possibility of really being a big threat to the Seahawks tonight. So really containing the Twins.
Excellent inside track there. We got action underway here at Rice Field as the lights just starting to come on. And Hawks trying to work out of their back 4 here. We have, from the opposite side, we have, Ellie Chambers, senior on that far side, starting at right defender. Phi Pungpo and Sammy Disminowitz in the center back roles. Caden Slamfier on the left side here. And then in the midfield, we have Alyssa Digweed, Erin Kennedy, Tessa Balding, and looks like Megan McKenna on that far side. And then up top, we have Ellie Kephart and Cameron Kerr up front, the senior freshman partnership.
Well, I must say, your eyes are far better than mine. If you've been following us the last couple weeks, I'm sure you've heard us kind of discuss the difficulty with seeing the Seahawks jerseys. Black jersey with dark purple numbering. So we'll do our best tonight, but please be patient if we get the names wrong from time to time.
Definitely will. If you're a Seahawks soccer fan watching, which I'm guessing is the majority, the opposition, when they come to Seahawks Stadium, usually wears a very higher visibility. So if we show more familiarity with the opposition, it's just for that reason. Erin Kennedy here with the ball in midfield, looking to calm things down. Caden Slamfier will chase this down, looking for a pass in the midfield. And as far as position in the league, Meridian not super strong in the standings, but definitely kind of in the same conversation as kind of the Blaine game that we saw a couple weeks back.
And Otto, that was a great game. That was both teams came out prepared. The second half was really exciting. We had a lot of goals. it'll be kind of interesting to see what happens here tonight. If we have kind of a similar play from the Seahawks, who really came out strong in that second half.
Here's Chambers on the far side here, trying to find a route forward. McKenna with a good touch. Gonna drift in the midfield here. Good check too by Aaron Kennedy. Her and Balding getting a little mixed up there. Definitely something the Seahawks will look to improve is their midfield possession, something that was a little bit shaky, even against the Mount Baker team that they dominated on the offensive side of the ball. What are you looking for in the midfield today? What do your notes have on the midfield today?
Well, like both Phi and Carolina were saying, is really kind of the transition between defense and mid, really closing the gaps between the two. Again, we talked about this last week. The Seahawks did show improvement from the Blaine game, but against a difficult opponent like Meridian, that's got to be an improvement tonight.
No doubt. See here, Cameron Kerr checking back into the midfield to help out Tessa Balding. Ball out to the wing. McKenna can't get past her opposite number out there on the left side. And we'll see if we can run down this Meridian team. Like you said, we have two of the more dangerous players, Gunik and Ravine Kerr, number 17 and number 21, respectively. Here's Ravine here on the ball. And Kerr will pick it up. Can't find a target, though. Kennedy takes over. She's got Kephart through. Digweed's chasing. And that's knocked away by number 14, Caitlin Barnes. That's one of the seniors on this team. One of a few seniors on this team. Listed as a forward. She's definitely playing more of a right wing role for Meridian.
Yeah, that's one thing I'm noticing is Meridian has a good amount of seniors on their team compared to the Seahawks, which, again, are a really young and upcoming team. Earlier, I asked both Phi and Carolina to give a couple words to describe this team they have this year. Phi described them as young and energetic. Carolina says speed. So while they might be small and young, they are a fast team, and I think that's something they're really going to want to utilize tonight here against Meridian.
Definitely. McKenna's got the ball breaking to her here on the right side. McKenna's shot, and not quite enough power to trouble the goalkeeper. That's Kaylee Richter, also a senior in goal for Meridian. And she gets a good first touch of the game here to maybe calm the nerves a bit. Pungpo here. Good, confident first touch to Disminowitz. A little bit heavy. Disminowitz can take that, though. A patented crossover there from Sammy Disminowitz. She'll find Digweed on this far side, near side. And it goes too far for her.
It's really good to see Alyssa Digweed back out there. Last week we talked about kind of a breakout game for her. Again, talk about speed. It was really fun to see her kind of up and down on the sidelines and really kind of playing havoc with last week's Mount Baker squad.
Definitely a confidence-building game for the sophomore. Here's Balding in the midfield. She'll go wide. McKenna has more space out on that right side. She'll try to beat her defender there. And that's Gunik Carr, one of the two twins on this team that were part of the scouting report earlier that looked to contain they're both playing a central midfield role for the Trojans here. Neither team really threatening each other's goal at the moment, about 5 minutes in. And Meridian will go short here. Ball out on the wing. Seahawks, their turn to press a little bit. Here's Chambers on that far side. McKenna. Chambers into the middle. Here's Kennedy. Good one-touch play there by the midfielder. Trying to speed the play up a little bit here. It started off a bit slow from both sides.
Absolutely. I was just going to say, it seems like both sides are playing a little bit conservative right off the bat. Again, we're only 7 minutes in, but not a lot of action from any team here.
Good play into the feet of Kerr there by Lanfear. Balding will pick it up here, about 35 yards from goal. She'll look through the middle. McKenna, who's been very active on that far right side. Strong game for her so far. Balding will go back to Pungpo. Lanfear with a little bit of space to work here. One touch from Kephart will find Digweed. She keeps it in. Digweed gonna try to find a ball across. Here's Kerr with a touch. McKenna through on goal. McKenna save.
Great
Kaylee
save
Richter.
by Meridian's goalkeeper. Great awareness. Also great opportunity for the Hawks.
That's just really good instinctive attacking play there from Megan McKenna, who's looked definitely up for this game. Looked great running on the right side. And justifying that start by Gretchen Hansen. Good attempt. Good save. And if you're neutral watching, that's definitely kind of what the game needed.
Concession stand is now open. You pay cash, credit, debit. Concession stand is now open.
Here's Lamphere on the left side.
Yeah, that really was a kind of a senior move by the goalkeeper, Richter there. Great awareness. And I feel like, Otto, how much is that something you can teach and how much of that is just, awareness?
Yeah, that's definitely confidence. She's probably done that 100 times in games already as a player from Meridian. McKenna beats her man again, through, loose at the top of the box. And Kennedy will try and chase this down. Back to Pungpo. Seahawks starting to assert themselves a little bit. Missed there by Caitlin Barnes. Here's Digweed, who's going to look centrally. Looks to switch. Balding can't get to it. Here's McKenna. McKenna will go to the wing. Smart play. She goes back to Chambers. Chambers will go central. Good cover there by the Trojans.
Once again, what a beautiful evening. How lucky are we to play here at Rice Field? Telecast doesn't quite do it justice. We have a beautiful sunset off in the northwest. Truly a magnificent place to play here if you're a Anacortes Seahawk.
And again, the fact that we're able to broadcast this game on yet another Monday. Big shout out to the AHS Live broadcast crew giving up their Monday night for again, just a really cool thing we're able to do here. So good job, guys. Chambers will go for the throw here. Balding will pick it up. Still bouncing around a bit. Kerr will go central there. Kennedy under pressure. She gives it away. Easy pick up here for Disminowitz. She'll try and keep it calm. A little bouncing there for Schnabel, and she deals with it decently. But this will give away a throw in here for the Meridian Trojans. Yet to have their first real meaningful attack so far in the game. Do you think that has maybe something to do with how strong of a side they are? Or do you think the Seahawks defense is starting to kind of find its identity here about halfway through the season?
Well, I think also, you look at last week against, Linden team who was, very experienced, very dominant. And I think when you're down 4-0 in a game, I think your coach has to come back and really give you a stern talking to. And I think that's kind of evident here tonight. The Seahawks D is playing like a more experienced team.
Good physical play there by Kephart. She's going to get called for the foul, however. And we've seen this defense. This defense is mostly the same, but we see a couple of switches in the arrangement here. Pungpo is played on the wing. She's now playing in a central role with Disminowitz. Ellie Chambers playing high on that right side. So Gretchen Hansen still kind of playing with the lineup a little bit, trying to figure out who's in the best spot.
Well, it's still early in the season. I think we're 5 or 6 games in. This is what, the fourth or fifth conference game. So I think tweaking with those lineups every game is really important to see what clicks best for the Seahawks.
This will be a big league win for the Hawks as they have a couple of tough games against kind of perennial powers in Bellingham coming up. Meridian, a 1A team, but a strong 1A team. So it's a good test for the Hawks tonight. See if they can come out, assert themselves, and get that all-important 3 points in league. Sitting on 4 points right now, kind of in the middle of things, but Meridian will try to go over the top here with the throw in. Nothing doing. McKenna will give away the throw. Here's Meridian threatening. Here's Emily Swanson will try and put pressure on that ball. Disminowitz is right there. And she'll win a goal kick here for the Hawks. I say it's pretty hard to overstate the importance of Sammy Disminowitz in that back line so far. We were saying the Seahawks have no shortage of speed, but when you watch her on the ball, getting back on through balls, she's usually the one to pick up the slack for the Hawks.
She's such a staple for that back line, and she's only a sophomore. So, the Seahawks have 2 more years of Sammy Disminowitz, and I think that's huge going forward. Again, I really do think the strength of the Seahawks team is their defense. And yes, they gave up 4 goals against Linden Christian? Against Linden Christian, but that is a experienced team. And I think, like the ladies were saying earlier, closing the gap between the defense and the mid, easing those transitions really is key.
I think we've seen that kind of confidence in spurts so far this season when the defense pushes up and really supports that attacking play. But by and large, I think we're Seahawks still trying to find that confidence to move forward as a unit, which is something that a lot of teams, even at the higher levels, struggle to get to as a team. So it's not an easy task for Gretchen Hansen and the Hawks, but
no, and again, especially because they're so young, I think that cohesion will come. It'll just come, with experience. And communication is also key. I think, like they were saying earlier, just the more they vocalize.
There's Kephart with a good ball at Digweed, who's going to chase. Digweed's going to catch up to this. What she's going to do with it here? She's going to go back to find Kennedy. Heavy touch, though. Ball was really coming at her. But great ball by Kephart there, springing Digweed into space, really allowing her to do what she does best, run into that space.
But already tonight, it seems like the Seahawks are being better communicating. We see kind of those passing triangles existing. Seems like a couple touches that are off, but again, we're still early in the first half. That'll come.
Definitely look a stronger identity in that midfield so far. Balding and Kennedy doing a really good job of controlling the passes out of that midfield. Good play there by Pung Po, getting in front of Emily Swanson, the lone forward here for the Trojans. They're playing kind of a 4-2-3-1. Swanson being the one forward. A bit of a defensive formation for Meridian.
And what I like about the Seahawks D is the confidence in which they play. The last play there, Phi Pung Po, knowing that she's going to get that ball. And that's really evident in watching her play. There's no doubt in my mind that they know exactly what they're doing.
Dangerous ball there at Pung Po across the middle there. Disminowitz will, again, pick up the slack and get it upfield. Digweed can't quite control that. And Meridian will try to attack with Swanson. There's Barnes trying to muscle her way through. Meridian trying to work the ball fast. Runs right into a wall of purple and black. And Kerr can't quite catch up to that. McKenna grappling with Carr there.
Meridian ball once again, slowly moving their way upfield.
Good close on the ball there by Tessa Balding. Her and Erin Kennedy definitely have had a good performance so far. Still looking to link up a bit more in attack, but doing really well defensively together.
Seems
Carl
like
picked the ball up here. Kerr, sorry. Kephart with good feet. Ball will come to Digweed on this near side. Knocked away there. Addie Hughes.
Meridian has been dominating possession in the last 5 minutes. Seems like the tides have turned a little bit. Seahawks starting off strong.
Disminowitz splits the defense. Trying to put a little pressure herself. Avoiding a couple of tackles. Dangerous ball here. Pung Po has to deal with it, and she does well. McKenna will pick it up here.
Missed tackle by Meridian, and here's we see that Seahawks speed down the sideline.
McKenna tries to turn. She wins a throw in deep. to say this has been Megan McKenna's absolutely her best run of play so far this year. Very impressive shift as she goes out. It's going to be for, see, Carolina Schwetz is going to take her spot on the, going for her. They're going to, Carolina definitely on the left side though, so maybe
Maybe shifting some players over.
try
And as has been the trend this year, once again, we have an outstanding turnout for this soccer game. It's always fun to see alumni come back and support the girls, as well as their own student body. It's been a great turnout here tonight.
Phi Pung Po there in a foot race with Emily
Aggressive
Swanson.
tackle from behind.
Swanson tripped her up, and she'll win a free kick out of it.
Looks like Pung Po's limping a little bit. Hopefully she's all right.
Looks like Emma Foley checking into the kind of the center attacking mid-roll. Digweed switches wings to the right side, and Jenna Oliver checks into the game.
And boy, did Foley and Oliver had a great game exactly a week ago tonight against Mount Baker. I believe each with 2 goals apiece.
Meridian couldn't quite get the ball into the middle there, but that was a worrying moment for the Hawks. All the white shirts attacking with numbers there. And it's going to be a corner kick here to the Trojans. Like you were saying, Spencer, though, really impressive performance by both Oliver and Foley last week. Seahawks defenders.
Notably absent tonight is Fupa, so it is taking a little bit longer to get those corner kick balls.
If you're just tuning in for the first time this year, Fupa, the cheer squad here at AHS, responsible for getting some of the balls that go into the far corners of this track here. Ball into the box here from Meridian. Good clear by Chambers there. Gets her head on that. Carr's going to pick it up, and Lamfier will clear. Seahawks will try and use this opportunity to press the ball up high, press the defense up high, and they'll force a turnover here. Kephart clatters in the car there. Meridian's going to pick the ball up in the midfield here. Nope. Ball's out wide.
It looks like she's onside, but the ball's just going to get away from her.
Meridian,
Good thought.
Meridian hasn't really found their feet in the offensive side of the ball. That'll be good news for the Seahawks supporters here. Showing a little bit of menace attacking, but
Both
no
teams
shots
really
on goal
staying
yet.
in the middle of this field. I don't think one has quite really had the opportunity to break out, and we have yet to see a real good shot on goal. But that could easily change here. We got with about 20 minutes left in this half.
Seahawks with undoubtedly the best move on goal so far. Megan McKenna with that good rush through on goal. Richter with a good save. About 7 or 8 minutes into the game. Since then, it's been a defensive battle. Carr will go centrally here. Pung Po will go for a clear. Foley will chase this down. Good play there by Kephart. Poached that ball. And she'll try and send Schwetz on her way.
Almost. Good idea. Schwetz again with that speed on the sideline. Just he could not quite get it there in time.
And Schwetz has played a few roles for the Hawks this year. She was left defense against Mount Baker last week, playing a more attacking role on the left wing this evening. Ball again going out there. Again, some of these fall evenings, there's just this bit of like a layer of condensation that accumulates on this turf field that makes some of those through balls skip a little bit. You remember playing on some of those fields back in the day?
We certainly didn't play on anything like this, I can tell you that. I remember playing in Mount Vernon, which was similar, and it's a faster game.
Right. Mount Vernon, we had districts, I think, almost every year, and I think it's just that it was so hard to get used to that skip of the ball, especially when the turf was wet.
You know, back at Old War Memorial Field, you know, we always had an advantage because it was not a flat, easy to play on surface. We kind of had the home field advantage that teams weren't used to playing on that bumpy surface, and I think it did us well.
Size of the pitch also helps. We had a very small field as far as the width, and I feel like if we had this pitch, the ball would never go out of bounds almost. But again, that's just.
Yes, thank you again for the city of Anacortes for funding this beautiful field that we are allowed to play on here. Again, we have pickup soccer, ultimate frisbee, high school sports, of course. It truly is a magnificent place to be.
It's quite the palace, and becoming even more so with all the new school additions that are being finalized this year. So.
That's right. We have the brand new gym, the renovated gym, Broadniak Hall, new CTE wing, and Cap Sandy School. There's a lot to look forward to here if you're an Anacortes Seahawk.
Exciting time to be a Seahawk student, no doubt. Chambers will try and see this ball out. She'll stay in, looks like, and forces a throw. Oliver here trying to combine with Balding. She'll
Great
go
ball.
straight out to Dickweed on the wing.
Once again, a lot of the action. This game has been in the middle of this field. There's a couple run on by Meridian. Onside, but it looks like goalkeeper Schnabel is going to get there in time.
Still, though, that in the midfield there, the Hawks have a little bit of space, a little bit of time, and just can't quite put the play together midfield there. I think they really have to clean that midfield play up if they want to be more of an attacking presence in this game. Still kind of looking for that midfield cohesion. Oliver and Balding kind of still working out the kinks there in the midfield. Oliver will go forward here. Just cleared up high. Sminowitz will wait for it to settle. And find Oliver. Oliver, second time of asking.
Thank you to the boys basketball team, who's also making an appearance here tonight. You have Chase Cornett, Caden Flynn. Really looking forward to seeing those guys play later on. They should have a strong team here for the Seahawks this season.
Also, yeah, Seahawks basketball is not to be missed. "15 minutes left in this first half. Defensive stalemate so far, you have to say. Lamfier will send that one skyward. Kephart trying to bring it down. And a throw in here.
Both teams really bunching together. I feel like it'd do them well to spread out. There's an opportunity. Possible handball. The referee lets. Nope, stop.
Handball there, I think.
Handball by Meridian. Seahawks ball at about the 45-yard line. I don't know. Do you say yard lines when you're broadcasting soccer? Is that okay?
Those football lines are very helpful in determining kind of length from goal. Sminowitz will kind of try to drill one, try and test the keeper here. Richter easily up to the challenge. No, the yard lines are very helpful, I would say. And
great move there, but just misses her by Carolina Schwetz. Sammy Desminowitz, such a powerful force in the back. Seahawks doing a good job of swinging the ball here to the outside, switching the field.
And Chambers just needs to keep that on the ground there. That's just a little bit showing a little bit too much of that ball to the defender, and Meridian will take over here. Seahawks just need to clean up the passing a little bit more.
And that was one of the things we talked about earlier, is kind of connecting on those through balls. We've seen a couple missed opportunities from the Hawks in their passing game.
Again, Balding showing a little too much of that ball to the defender there.
I think a lot of that is
cross in the middle here, and Schnabel has to chase. She'll give possession to Maya Tarak. Here's Tarak here. We'll go centrally. Good close there by Desminowicz. It's going to be a throw for the Hawks.
If you're just tuning in, we have about 13 minutes to go. The first half of Anacortes versus Meridian girls soccer. So far, it's been a stalemate, a defensive battle between the two squads. Each side really kind of looking for that one opportunity to break through here. Otto, are you changing up your strategy or anything in these next about 12, 13 minutes? Or you got to kind of play the same strong defensive play we've seen thus far?
Well, I think right now you see Coach Gretchen Hansen bringing in Lily Carter here for Jenna Oliver in that midfield. Seahawks are still, I think, struggling to find midfield cohesion, confidence in the midfield, getting that ball forward. You see Emma Foley picking up on this far side here. The dangerous freshman, a couple of step overs, a couple of dance moves, and she'll beat the defender. Excellent cross. And Schwetz is going to try and chase this down. She's going to win a corner.
Great job by Carolina Schwetz. Speeding up that side lane. Didn't quite get there in time for the cross, but still battled and fought and got the corner kick.
And Kephart going to try and lift this one into a dangerous position. Sminowitz and Chambers, or say not Chambers, Sminowitz is up from the back. Good shot into the middle. Kephart will try to pick this back up. Ooh, and the ball
looks like off the Seahawks for a goal kick for Meridian.
Like I was saying, I think the Seahawks have the speed and the talent to get into those dangerous positions, but I think just when you don't have a midfield that's consistent enough, I think it's really tough to get there. We've only, it's only been a couple of scoring chances for the Hawks, and I think we have just a couple of midfield tweaks needed at halftime here by Coach Gretchen Hansen to just kind of create more opportunities like that one we just saw. Megan McKenna will come back in for Alyssa Digweed, give her a little rest before halftime. McKenna, I think, definitely the standout offensive player in the first part of the half.
I would agree, and
Most
also
active.
Great runs by Carolina Schwetz, really utilizing her speed down the sidelines. Yet to connect, but I think at this point it's just a matter of time.
Schwetz just one of those tireless runners for the Hawks. Carter trying to connect there. Another throw in for the Hawks. Lamphere will go long.
Great tackle by Cadence Lamphere. Again, Meridian ball on about the 40-yard line.
Minowitz will go forward there. Carter trying to link up with Foley. Foley comes away with, almost comes away with it there. Had two players to beat. Schwetz will try and go forward there. Just couldn't get it out of her feet. Here's Balding. Go wide to McKenna. Quite stretch your legs. One thing I think we saw at Mount Baker, sorry, yeah, one of those clubs that starts with an M, that Foley, the freshman, I think was really effective when she came back from a forward position into the midfield to pick the ball up and kind of connect the play. She really has confident, good feet, and just I think a little bit more of Foley on the ball, the number 10 for the Hawks, is I think going to be key in the second half to creating more chances.
I agree, and again, connecting the line. So the mid to forwards, defense to mids, creating those through ball opportunities is going to be huge. And again, if Foley can get the ball in her hands or a good pass from midfield, I think that'll spell success for the Hawks here can come in the second half.
Lamphere will go forward here, trying to catch Meridian napping a little bit. Schwetz will pick it up, tries a one touch, a little bit off there. Here's Carr, go forward. Out of bounds. says a lot when the ball has spent a considerable amount of time out of bounds on the touchline. What does that say about the two tactics from the teams?
Well, I feel like they're at a crossroads right now. I think both teams try to get that little offensive advantage. But like we said earlier, a lot of the time has been spent kind of in the middle and the 40-yard lines. There's a run up the sidelines by the Seahawks.
There's Kephart in a foot race with number 7, Peyton Elabas. And good physical play there. Elabas is going to win the foul. That's a couple of fouls there on Kephart. She's really trying to battle with that back line. Definitely on the smaller side, but plenty of fight in Ellie Kephart. That was just a great play in the midfield there by Foley, the freshman, getting a through ball.
Short kick by Meridian. Seahawks retain possession, if not briefly. Meridian's trying to counter.
Meridian again will just lock this forward.
But again, the positioning of the Seahawks defensive line makes it really difficult for the offense to kind of penetrate through to score. I've been very impressed so far by the defensive showing by the Seahawks tonight.
Good play there by Schwetz to keep that. That was a hot ball on the ground there.
Great awareness
And a
by
good
number
switch of
7,
play.
Tessa Balding.
Ball goes through. McKenna will catch up to this switch. Can she beat Carr here on the side? Good play there by Gunik Carr. One of the twins for the Trojans. Good speed there. Defensive recovery speed. Meridian again will go forward with one of these through balls. Schnabel's going to pick this one up, looks like. She'll put it up to the halfway line.
Great boot by freshman goalkeeper Claire Schnabel. Trying to make something happen in these last 6 minutes.
Carter to Foley. Foley with the turn out to the side. Meridian again goes for the long ball. I think if you're Coach Gretchen Hansen in the second half, you got to be happy with how much pressure you're able to put on that Meridian midfield. Really, their only move so far has been a long ball from the midfield. They haven't really had the confidence to work through the Hawks.
No, defensively, the Seahawks play has been very sound. I think if you're Gretchen Hansen at halftime, you're really going to want to address kind of the offensive side of the ball. Again, connecting those through balls, communicating between the lines. If the Seahawks can do that, I think they're in for a favorable second half. But here we're talking about the future. We still have 5 minutes to play, and anything can happen. As we saw in last week's game against Mount Baker, Seahawks really turned it on around this time. I believe 2 goals were scored in the final 6-7 minutes.
It's a really key juncture of the game. If the Hawks get a goal here, you don't really see a way back from Meridian. They just really haven't threatened that much on the offensive side of the ball.
Fupa's absence. Again, the male cheerleader squad for the Seahawks. I think we might have a little bit more extra time tonight. Get a lot of time spent getting out those throw-ins.
It makes a difference having a couple of fast runners going after those balls. This track does kind of eat up loose balls.
Missed ball by Cadence Landfear here. Meridian trying to capitalize. Not much doing.
Great play by Lily Carter. She wins that little battle there in the midfield. Maybe gets a little knock in the nose for trouble.
Great eyes by the referee to see that elbow come in. Again, as a player, that's never fun to get, especially when the referees don't see him. So, good job by...
Sminowitz is going to go long here. It's going to be a loose ball. Kephart going to catch up to it. And looked like the goalkeeper may have handled that ball outside of her 18-yard box. Referee's going to let it go.
See some...
Ooh, that was something for the VAR.
If only.
The video review cameras for those of you
Jim
who are...
Thompson, if you're listening, this is the next thing for Broadcast Club.
For those of you who are not familiar with the abbreviation VAR, that stands for Video Assistant Review, something that's being used in a lot of World Leagues so far and the most recent World Cups. Here's Carter's going to go after this ball here, and the goal. Oh, she heads right into the goalkeeper. Lily Carter, good fight after the ball there, but Kaylee Richter, senior goalkeeper for Meridian, is going to pick that one up.
Leonardo, if you're a coach, those are things you want to see. You want to see aggressive forwards going at it, taking those chances.
That want to win attitude that you were talking about at the top of the program here is evident in number 6. Lily Carter picked the ball up here. Good little flow of play there. Aaron Kennedy is going to try and switch to Kephart. Beautiful touch.
And Otto, that looked really close to me. Again, if we had VAR, we could take a second look, but unfortunately we don't.
I hate to see that play getting taken away. That was just a perfect midfield to forward connection.
And what a great first touch by Kephart. I would love to see how that would have played out. But once again, we're in the last 4 minutes of the game, and the Seahawks are dialing up the pressure on the Meridian defense.
Okay, a little bit frustrating for Coach Gretchen Hansen, though, to see her Hawks kind of start to hit their stride right before halftime. You kind of want to see this happen maybe in the middle of the half, so you have a little more time to apply pressure. But overall, definitely a positive.
Hopefully they can take this momentum that carries them and will carry them into the second half. Again, we're almost out of time. We're at that 2-minute mark, so see it's kind of the ref's discretion how much stoppage time we'll get.
Like you said, probably a few extra minutes.
Looked like a handball, and the refs did call it. Seahawks ball around the 33-yard line.
Aaron Kennedy picks this ball up here, having a strong game. McKenna's going to chase this ball here. Gunique Carr. Foley will flick on. Foley's going to use her strength.
Seahawks looking for one more opportunity as the clock winds down.
Ball's out for a throw.
Seahawk ball, 15-yard line. Kind of in Meridian territory here. This could be the last play of the half.
There's Chambers.
Meridian quickly gains possession. Sammy Zwinowitz taking it into her own hands, dribbling up the field. We saw this a couple times last week against Mount Baker.
Zwinowitz is going to go for the big hammer from 35 yards. Didn't quite get a hold of it.
And I don't know, what do you think? This might do it here for the half.
Referee blows for halftime. 0-0 here at Rice Field. Pretty even match. Anacortes definitely with the better of the chances so far. Not quite enough pace on the shots or quite enough space in front of goal to beat Kaylee Richter. Senior goalkeeper looks pretty strong for the Trojans so far, but definitely some momentum going into halftime here. We will be back for second half action here at Rice Field. Again, 0-0 for the Hawks. Don't go away. We'll be back with second half action after a couple of messages from our sponsors. Thanks.
The Action Club is a Kiwanis club for adults with disabilities. Every second Saturday of every month, you can head to the Port of Anacortes web lockers at Seafarers Way and Q Avenue. Once there, you can recycle your computers, monitors, laptops, tablets, Kindles, portable DVD players, e-readers, and televisions. The money we collect during the e-cycle is used in several ways to benefit community service projects.
Thank you.
Go a few blocks into Old Town Anacortes and you'll find Dad's Diner. With breakfast and lunch served all day, you'll definitely find the perfect meal. All of their food is prepared fresh each day, from the delicious house salad with salmon to the savory BLT. Dad's Diner, open Tuesday through Sunday, is located on Commercial between 9th and 10th Street. Come on down and grab a bite.
One large hot and ready classic, please.
That'll be $5.
I left my wallet in the car.
$4.75.
Thank you.
Everyone's got 20 quarters for a large hot and ready classic. Little Caesars, world's easiest way to pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome to the Rockfish Grill.
The Rockfish Grill specializes in fresh Northwest food, including seafood and pizza prepared in their wood-fired oven. They proudly pour Anacortes ales and lagers, brewed right next door at the Anacortes Brewery. The Rockfish Grill and their companion business, H2O, feature live entertainment every week with local and national acts. The Rockfish Grill, Anacortes Brewery, and H2O, 4th and Commercial in downtown Anacortes.
Kennelly Keys Music in Anacortes is your one-stop shop for all your musical needs. As a full-service music retailer, Kennelly Keys offers everything from sales and rentals to music lessons and repairs. Whatever you need, Kennelly Keys Music has you covered. Visit our website at KennellyKeysMusic.com, follow us on Facebook, or stop by the store and speak with our knowledgeable staff. And make sure to check out our new music hall. Kennelly Keys Music, located at 1904 Commercial Avenue in Anacortes.
Behind every great Anacortes club and team, there's an unspoken hero. People that get us our team gear, organize our team dinners, and support us in everything else we need. From every student athlete in AHS, thank you, Saba, for the football team's two-a-day shirts, the volleyball team's warm-up gear, and everything else in between. Saba, the Seahawk Athletic Booster Association.
Fox here. I'm Otto Sartoon. I'm joined by Nathan Digweed, former boys assistant coach here for the Anacortes boys team and former broadcast partner and proud parent on this team.
Very proud parent.
Yeah,
good to be here.
Good to have you in.
Thanks.
What were your impressions of the first half?
It's been fun. It's been a hard fought battle. Obviously no goals yet, but it's been a good midfield battle. I think both keepers haven't had a whole lot to do so far this game, but yeah, it's been fun. I think hopefully we'll see a few goals in the second half and, light this game up.
Something that Spencer and I were talking about, just how many times the ball's been out of bounds on the wings. So what does that say kind of about the way that both teams are trying to play and kind of the tactics that you're seeing?
Yeah, just, they're defending strong on the inside and just they're both pushing each other out into the wings. And we're seeing a lot of good play down the wings. So, I mean, a lot of good runs. Mm-hmm. From both teams, probably more so from Anacortes, thankfully. But yeah, it's been a fun game. They've got their steps in tonight.
Alyssa Digweed and Megan McKenna, kind of our two wingers, definitely getting some space out on the wing. How can we kind of utilize that space out on the wing a little bit more in the second half? Do you think?
I think they've just got to, they've Alyssa and McKenna have just got to both make those runs right at the right time and play it from the middle down the wings into the corner pockets. And if they time them correctly, great things can happen and get some good crosses into the box.
So we've had a couple of games now. The Seahawks they're a young team. We've talked about Spencer was discussing with the girls the want to win attitude, the kind of need to win attitude from a young team. From your kind of coaching background perspective, what does that look like on the field, kind of?
I don't know. It's an exciting time for Anacortes, girls soccer because, we've got a couple of seniors on the team. We lost a few good seniors last year, but now we've got a strong younger team. We've got some real great talent, even at the freshman level. And so, what with the sophomores and juniors, I think the future for Anacortes is really bright. I think in the next couple of years, I think it's going to be hard to beat this team.
Definitely, you see the kind of leadership roles kind of being assumed by some of the sophomores on this team, some of the freshmen.
Yeah,
it's pretty exciting to watch. Definitely
it's good to see.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Where do you think the goal is going to come from tonight? Where do you
see it
coming from?
Let's hope it comes from Alyssa Digweed. But we've got some really strong strikers on the team. What with Erin and Cameron Kerr and all those guys. I mean, and they're at the freshman level as well. So a goal can come from anyone. So let's just hope it comes for Anacortes.
Definitely that Seahawks midfield trying to kind of figure it out. A couple of switches in the midfield there from Gretchen Hansen. A lot of substitutions. Hopefully the Seahawks can find their goal scoring formula here in the second half. we're going to take another little break before the second half. But Nathan, great to have you up here.
It's good to
It's a
be here,
pleasure.
man.
Yeah. We will come back for the second half. Don't go away. Thanks.
Live from Seahawks Stadium at Anacortes High School in Anacortes, Washington, this is Seahawks Soccer on AHS Live.
The Action Club is a Kiwanis club for adults with disabilities. Every second Saturday of every month, you can head to the Port of Anacortes web lockers at Seafarers Way and Q Avenue. Once there, you can recycle your computers, monitors, laptops, tablets, Kindles, portable DVD players, e-readers, and televisions. The money we collect during the e-cycle is used in several ways to benefit community service projects.
Thank you, Colin.
Go a few blocks into Old Town Anacortes and you'll find Dad's Diner. With breakfast and lunch served all day, you'll definitely find the perfect meal. All of their food is prepared fresh each day, from the delicious house salad with salmon to the savory BLT. Dad's Diner, open Tuesday through Sunday, is located on Commercial between 9th and 10th Street. Come on down and grab a bite.
One large hot and ready classic, please.
That'll be $5.
I left my wallet in the car.
$4.75.
Thank you.
Everyone's got 20 quarters for a large hot and ready classic. Little Caesars, world's easiest way to pizza.
Pizza, pizza.
Welcome to the Rockfish Grill.
The Rockfish Grill specializes in fresh Northwest food, including seafood and pizza prepared in their wood-fired oven. They proudly pour Anacortes ales and lagers, brewed right next door at the Anacortes Brewery. The Rockfish Grill and their companion business, H2O, feature live entertainment every week with local and national acts. The Rockfish Grill, Anacortes Brewery, and H2O, 4th and Commercial in downtown Anacortes.
Kennelly Keys Music in Anacortes is your one-stop shop for all your musical needs. As a full-service music retailer, Kennelly Keys offers everything from sales and rentals to music lessons and repairs. Whatever you need, Kennelly Keys Music has you covered. Visit our website at kennellykeysmusic.com, follow us on Facebook, or stop by the store and speak with our knowledgeable staff. And make sure to check out our new music hall. Kennelly Keys Music, located at 1904 Commercial Avenue in Anacortes.
Behind every great Anacortes club and team, there's an unspoken hero. People that get us our team gear, organize our team dinners, and support us in everything else we need. From every student athlete in AHS, thank you, Saba, for the football team's two-a-day shirts, the volleyball team's warm-up gear, and everything else in between. Saba, the Seahawk Athletic Booster Association.
Welcome back to Rice Field here. Seahawks just coming out of their halftime huddle, hopefully with a little bit of offensive gusto here going into the second half. If you're just joining us, I'm Otto Sortune.
I'm Spencer Andrich, and the second half is going to begin in 20 seconds. Well, it was always good to hear from Nathan Digweed. Who knows more about soccer than the British? So again, our former coach, a great parent, great all-around human being. So great to hear kind of his perspective on this team. You know, this is his, I guess, Alyssa's second year as a Seahawk. So again, he'll be with us for the next couple years as well.
Definitely just supporting her throughout all her club soccer and on her spot on this team, and you know, getting up into the starting lineup this year. So really cool to see her rise into the first team here, and the Hawks will take the south side of the field, shooting to the north.
Not a lot of action in the first half for those of you just tuning in. Again, 0-0 tie. And we're really looking for the Seahawks to come out strong here in the second half. See if they can, hopefully they got some motivation out there in the locker room. If it's anything like the Baker game, hopefully we can see a couple goals here in these first couple minutes.
We really saw the Hawks start to form a little bit more connection between the midfield and the forward line at the end of that first half. Hopefully they can keep the momentum going. Looks like Abby Schnabel's checking in for the Hawks at forward here. She's going to be paired with Ellie Kephart, senior. In the midfield, we have Lily Carter and Erin Kennedy. McKenna and Schwetz will be on the wings for the Hawks. And looks like we have same back line. Chambers, Disminowitz, Pungpo, and Lamphere.
And joining us now is elite cheer squad Fupa, who's absent the first half and is coming here with gusto here in these first opening seconds.
And all black tonight for Fupa, matching the girls here. The Hawks will try and threaten here. Meridian trying to spring the counter. Disminowitz trying to work her way out of trouble.
And a big shout out to those teachers, Anacortes High School teachers tuning in. Mundo Corrales, a big shout out to you. I know your students love you. So again, thank you for tuning in tonight, and I look forward to coaching the freshmen with you for homecoming week, which again starts next week.
I had no idea. I really don't know what I'm doing.
Well, looks like Meridian
trying to go forward here on the wings. Emily Schneider, number 12, putting pressure on Sammy Disminowitz. We'll pick the ball up here. Meridian threatening the box here. Good defensive close there by Erin Kennedy. McKenney will pick the ball up. Runs out of room on the near side. There's Arya Downey for the Trojans. Knocked away. Schnabel trying to go forward. Ball stays in somehow. Downey into the middle. Cleared by Lamphere. Kephart will pick the ball up here in space. She's going to go wide to McKenna. It's a tough sprint to get that one. Disminowitz will go forward here. Number 2, Emily Swanson, trying to put pressure on her.
Oh, great awareness by Phi Pung Po. Meridian almost with an opportunity there in the middle.
Ooh, dangerous play there again. Good strength by Ellie Chambers. Good battle with number 8, Arya Downey. Downey will do a little Cruyff turn. Can't find Carr there on this left wing. Kephart will go forward. Schnabel comes to. McKenna leaves the ball behind her. Can't catch back up to it. And Swanson will chase this. Pungpo. Heavy touch there.
Number 20 by Meridian, poaching.
Maya Tarak there, putting pressure on Pungpo. Nervous there.
Well, right out the gate here, how do we see Meridian really charged up offensively, coming out strong with a couple almost opportunities on goal. What have the Seahawks got to do to kind of change things around here in these first 3.5 minutes?
Well, both teams look like they've gotten a little talking to by their coaches. They're going to look for more. Definitely a little harder running. A couple of fouls already in the second half. Or near fouls. But the Seahawks just need to withstand the storm and see if they can put some passes together. Here's Peyton Elabas will try to put the ball into a dangerous spot. Here's Swanson. Disminowitz will pick it up here. She'll go wide. Kephart will try and control. And a foul there. One by Kephart. It's going to be a...
Looks like about midfield. Just shy of midfield. Looks like Sammy Disminowitz will take the free kick.
Disminowitz to try and get some air under this ball so the forwards can chase.
Great ball by Sammy.
Sebhart with the flick
there
on.
It is.
Carter is going to try and chase. Carr, the ball's loose in the middle. A couple of players spilling over the goalkeeper there.
hard to see the angle. It looked like it could have been an own goal there, but it was eventually deflected by Meridian. Seahawks will get a corner, but great opportunity.
That's Ravine Tor, number...
Wait, it said what?
Carr, sorry, number 21 for the Meridian Trojans. Cleaning up there, ball into the middle. Elabas can't deal with it. McKenna will find Kennedy.
Seahawks trying to retain possession, kind of circulating the ball around in the back.
Lamphere with a good ball out to the wing. Schwetz will try and look into the middle.
Looks like they're physical play, but the refs are going to give it to the Seahawks.
Pressure by Schwetz there. Great touch.
Great
Kennedy,
ball in the middle.
Turn. No way through. It's a wall of white shirts there for the Hawks. McKenna still battling.
I think you're right. Both teams have dialed it up a notch. It seems like, a little bit of maybe lackadaisical play there at the beginning of the first half. We aren't seeing any of that now, as both teams are coming out far more aggressive. A run down the sideline by number 12 for Meridian. Emily Schneider, senior. Out of bounds, Seahawks throw.
One thing we haven't mentioned so far is the fact these teams have played each other once already this season. 3-2 win for the Hawks.
And that was in Meridian, correct?
At Meridian. I think maybe some familiarity between these teams, perhaps making both teams a little more conservative when playing against one another.
It has been a defensive battle. Both teams kind of looking for that one shot on goal. We had a couple of them in the first half. And again, two great saves by senior goalkeeper Kaylee Richter for Meridian.
Schnabel trying to flick forward to find Kephart. Disminowitz, long ball again, over Carr's head. The speed of Carolina Schwetz, she'll catch up to this. Back to Lamphere.
Caden's doing a good job of keeping it in bounds. The speedy pass from Carolina Schwetz.
Stays onside. You see Carolina Schwetz playing really high up on that left wing there, trying to stretch the Meridian defense. And she'll win a throw in here for the Hawks, deep in Meridian Trojan territory.
I think you need some new.
Fupa here in full voice. Not sure where they were in the first half, but presence definitely appreciated by all in attendance here. Just upping the energy level. Meridian will go forward with a through ball here. There's some speed on the wing by Caitlin Barnes, number 14. She'll try and pick out a pass.
A great closing speed. It's up by 5 Pung Po, but it looks like the referee's
going to call a foul there on
foul
Pung Po.
on Pung Po.
Didn't see much in that there. It's just good physical play.
And again, great closing speed. Could have been a saving tackle.
Yeah, smart foul by Pung Po. It looked like a case of the attacking player just falling down. The ref maybe overreacting a little bit to that result of the play. This is going to be Arya Downey with the left-footed ball into the box. Schnabel's got some work to do, and she gets it on the second try and distributes to her winger here.
Great save by Claire Schnabel. Again, that is hard work as a goalkeeper when you have not been getting a lot of action all game to all of a sudden get a ball straight at you. It's a great awareness by Claire.
We have that fall dew kind of coming down on the field here, making those gloves a little slick. That's just...
And it's not warm out. Fall is here to be a goalkeeper and not, the rest of the girls are up and down, moving around. But again, both goalkeepers pretty stagnant for the most part tonight.
Seahawks trying to find a little bit of tempo, a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of cohesion in the midfield. Schnabel is going to go forward here. Just a little bit too hot on the pass there.
Thank you for giving me such good face, Logan.
Referee spotted a nick on the way through, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Hawks. Kephart will take this with her right foot. kind of sense maybe the Hawks can threaten here. Kephart, good delivery, cleared by Elabas.
Right back to Kephart. She gets a second shot. She fires it in.
To the near post. Schnabel goes up for it.
Wow, great ball by Ellie Kephart. Again, what awareness to get that rebound and kind of get a second corner.
Punko holding off Swanson.
We have a run on the sideline, but was that number
Maya Torok? Try and go ahead. Oh, that is a beautiful Cruyff turn there by 5 Pungpo. Just left Caitlin Barnes in the dust there. Good forward play, good hold-up play there by Ellie Kephart. Ball in the middle. Doesn't come to anything though, and here's Downey. Chambers look to stand her up. Downey gets across, right into Schnabel.
Kelly Chambers doing a good job of kind of closing down that side. And again, Schnabel with the save.
With that big boot. Andy's touch a little heavy there. Seahawks midfield just needs a little bit more control and get this game under control here. Haven't really had the bulk of the possession in the second half so far. Mostly Meridian on the attack.
And a great kick by freshman goalkeeper Claire Schnabel.
Maya Tarak there, number 20, just loops it forward. Not really looking for any feet.
Seems like the tempo's winding down. Both teams kind of came out very strong out of the gate. Tempo's winding down here a little bit. 28 minutes left to play. Now, if you're a coach, Otto, how do you dial that tempo back up? Both teams out, super aggressive. It seems like it's kind of winding down here a little bit as we kind of get to mid-half.
You want that aggression to lead to something more substantive. Just look for having your players look for feet, look for simple passes, try and increase the speed of the ball. Instead of increasing the
good play by Meridian here. The ball in. That's number 8 for Meridian.
Downey shot blocked by Pungpo. And the ball goes out here. Yeah, it's one thing like some good wisdom from a couple of coaches I've had. You don't necessarily need to run fast up the tempo. You do need to make the ball do the work. Get the ball on the ground, speed the play up with passing rather than
Don't
running.
work hard, work smart.
That's a good, I'd say a good, concise synopsis there. Disminowitz on the right flank. Try and put this into a
dangerous ball in.
Elabas can't catch up to it. Neither can any of the Hawks.
Is that going to be a corner, or that looks like the ref has signaled for a goal kick?
Missed everybody there.
Yeah, I'll probably see you more than me. That's the sad part. Right now.
Richter's gonna try and find someone on the Meridian team here. They're spread wide. They'll go short.
Abby Schnabel coming up to press.
There's some room for the Meridian Trojans now. Here's Downey picking the ball up on the wing.
Sammy Zunowitz flying down the sidelines, and a great tackle, kicks it out of bounds. I believe that's Meridian throw-in.
It's a worrying sign for the Hawks, though, that 3 passes and the whole defense is opened up. You don't want to have to rely on Disminowitz for every defensive play kind of on transition there.
But at the same time, knowing that Sammy Zwinowitz, 5 Pungpo, have your back in the center, that's a peace of mind if you're a Seahawks defender.
No doubt. Good play by Carr there. Disminowitz.
Seems to be playing up a little bit more this half. We've seen her kind of make a great run in the closing parts of the first half. And here she comes again up that sideline.
Force the issue there.
Looks like Seahawk throwing.
It's so romantic. My parents are getting this.
looks like the Hawks are getting better at kind of accommodating that forward run by Disminowitz. You see them kind of switch into a three defender role, so they can. It's not a dangerous play when Disminowitz gets forward. That's something they'll have to continue to do.
Just making adjustments, and again, that was as a defensive player myself, if you're on the flank making a run, everyone kind of comes in behind you, kind of locking up that spot. And Seahawks are doing a really good job of that tonight.
Something that's definitely improved over the course of the games so far this season.
Ellie Chambers with the throw in. Seahawks really trying to keep that possession on Meridian's side. Phi Pungpo did a good job passing it back.
Pungpo has had Swanson's number the whole game, not letting her have any space. Looks like Allison Cutter has checked in for the Hawks. She's taking over that left defensive spot for Cadence Lamphere.
One thing I've noticed is the Seahawks kind of making rotations by each half. It seems like last game we saw Cassie Jensen get a lot of play time in the second half. I wonder if we'll see her tonight. She was kind of one of our breakout candidates from last Monday night's game down the flank. Yet to see her.
Well, Foley also has checked into the game here for Abby Schnabel.
We have Phi Pungpo racing back to get the ball. Claire Schnabel also out of goal with a diving save to get it away from the Meridian forward.
Good take there by the freshman keeper, using her whole box.
That's right, it's not a save, it's a take. That's experience talking right there.
Yeah, two different kinds of apples there, I guess. Foley's going to try and chase this one down. Disminowitz will go wide to Cutter, getting her first meaningful touches on the ball. Good play there. Finds Kennedy. And we saw Cutter in the Mount Baker game, definitely with good, confident feet. Brought a lot of stability to that Seahawks defense, and then some good balls in the attack. So we'll see what she can contribute to this team so far.
For such a young team, the Seahawks really are pretty deep. Some teams that I feel like their starting 11 plays the whole game, and not the Seahawks. And I always like to see that. I like to see kind of a rotating gamut of players, which again bodes well for future seasons.
Here comes Carissa Benson with some speed on this wing here. Pungpo again, though, just too fast, too clever. She breaks that up. Pungpo, definitely a player who has stepped it up tonight.
The Seahawks have a little opportunity to counter here.
Kephart's all on her own here, looking for some support. She's
too many white shirts closing down.
Schwetz with a first-time ball into the middle, bouncing awkwardly. Richter takes. Maybe an odd bounce or two. May have put Lily Carter into a dangerous position.
See, if that had been on our old field, you never know where it was going to bounce.
That's one of the fun parts about that too. I feel like we gave away just as many weird goals as we got. Tessa Baldwin will try and chase down.
More brother than anything else.
Check that. It's number 12.
Great moves by number 8 of Meridian, Arya Downey, senior.
Great touch by Kephart.
Seahawks looking to gain some possession, but Meridian quickly steals it back. One touch, great ball.
Kephart
just back to the edge.
Rise up.
Asking a lot of.
No, Mason.
One thing I noticed too, Otto, is the Seahawks need to be a little bit more patient on their passes. Not trying to force those long balls. Really make sure that they have a clear through ball when they do make those passes upfield.
Absolutely agree. That last play on this near side, just maybe one more touch to let the play open up. Trying to force the issue a little bit.
No.
And that's Gunique Carr on this left side. Chambers miss kick, she'll give away a throw. See the speed of play, maybe upped a little bit thanks to Fupa, the boys in black tonight, supporting the girls. Still 0-0, hoping to cheer them on to a goal here. You think this might be a game where one goal is the deciding factor?
It's certainly looking that way if we indeed have a goal. You know, it's still to be decided. Defensive battle on both fronts here tonight at Rice Field. I was love to see that change of possession and Fupa having to move up and down the field. The girls aren't the only ones getting the workout tonight.
Well, they're trained professionals. They know what they're doing.
Zimowitz kind of coming up from that back line.
Daddy will hit it forward. Out of bounds there. Peyton Elabas moving up from a defensive role. Going to play a forward role. Number 7 for Meridian in your screen there. Moved around a little bit. Here's
dangerous
14,
ball.
Caitlin Barnes. Broken up. Shot coming in. It's number... Didn't see what that was. I think that was Caitlin Barnes.
Oh, she left me hanging there for a second. Once again, sometimes those numbers are hard to see. Luckily for the Seahawks, it was right at Claire Schneider. Made it easy save. Especially with girls too. Sometimes those ponytails cover up those numbers. You can't always distill what number they are.
Also, the hair color actually does help, I think, sometimes when it's hard to identify from afar. So shot coming in. Sminowitz was ready for it. Cleared by Balding there.
Meridian doing a pretty good job of keeping the possession from this attack.
Both teams struggling to make it meaningful possession. Sustained this Minowitz. With a little time though, just kind of goes for the big ball forward. Kephart here outmanned, outwomaned. They're 3-on-1.
One thing Ellie Kephart did say when I spoke with her earlier today was the Seahawks did a much better job of winning balls in the air against Linden Christian. And we're seeing this a little bit here tonight. Again, being aggressive in the air and not letting Meridian kind of out-muscle the girls to the ball.
Megan McKenna checking out. Cameron Kerr checking in for the Hawks. She got a couple of minutes in that first half. Kerr will go up top. She'll send Ellie Kephart out to the right wing. A little change in formation here for the Hawks.
Well, Sammy Zimowitz has got to get back. We have number 7 from Meridian pressing on the ball.
Hungpo there cleaning up.
We had good communication by the Seahawks to prevent number 7 from squeaking through their back line.
Number 20, Maya Tarak. Bean Carr on that far side, battling with Carolina Schwetz. Like our halftime guest, Nathan Digweed, was saying, we have a lot of young attacking talent on this team. 2 freshman forwards right now, Emma Foley and Cameron Kerr. What can they do to kind of swing the balance here?
Well, we really saw that in that Baker game, I think. It was Kerr and Foley with 2 goals apiece, I believe. Yep. And the Seahawks could really kind of use that energy in those freshman forwards with 16 minutes left in the game. Like I was saying earlier, closing the gap between the mid and the forward, connecting on through balls. I think if we were to look back at tonight's game, the Seahawks have some missed opportunities with through balls. Being patient with those balls and kind of allowing the midfielders to make good decisions on passes to the forwards. Easier said than done, of course.
Got to credit Meridian for some of the Hawks' inability to get some of those through balls through. Anacortes midfield playing kind of with their back toward their opposing going forward. They're really trying to turn and play a little more confidently. It's a tough thing to do against this Meridian team. This Minowitz descended upon by 2. Still gets it away. Kephart can't get past Abby Hayes, number 23.
The strength of Sammy Zimowitz have sandwiched in between 2 Meridian players and still able to get that pass off.
Wait,
Counter by Meridian here. Looks like number 3, Claire Skaggs Jr. The ball in. Claire Schnabel's going to have to come out a goal, and she does.
Seahawks maybe just looking for an odd bounce of the ball here, get one of their forwards into a dangerous position. Meridian playing a really deep back line. Here comes Sammy Dismanowitz, finds Jenna Oliver. Great ball out to the wing, Carolina Schwetz. Should go centrally to Cameron Kerr. Kerr can't quite pick it up.
These two teams seem to be in a kind of a deadlock right now.
Been a quiet game for Cameron Kerr so far. I think she's going to have she gets more minutes. She'll have a part to play in this game. Ooh, shove on Pung Po there. That's a little bit of frustration there by...
Would you have given a card?
No, I think it's... I would have considered it for sure. Maybe if that had been Peyton Elabas's second or third little shove, but...
The cards staying in the refs' pockets. You know, and we haven't really seen a lot of cards, you know, in any games this season.
No, it's just good to see, but I think you definitely don't want to see cards, but as a coach, you don't...
Great run by Ellie Koppart here up the sideline.
Koppart trying to work on Unique Kerr. She beats her. Cuts inside. Koppart finds Kerr. Shot coming in fully!
Just wide. Great opportunity. Ellie Koppart, amazing footwork down in the box. So close.
That's what you look for from one of your senior attacking players, showing that individual skill, working her magic. Almost turns into an opportunity for the Hawks here.
And from the looks of it, it seems like you said earlier, Otto, that one goal might be a deciding factor in this game.
All forwards. Dismanowitz again is there. Heavy touch there by the sophomore. She's going to try and pick it back up here. Tessa Balding going forward.
Seahawks have an opportunity on the side. If she can get it to Koppart.
Balding beats 2 defenders, 3 defenders.
Ooh, Koppart was open on the sideline.
And referee is going to...
Meridian ball. Looks like all the players were thinking it was going to go the other way.
Maybe called a...
Meridian quick on the kick.
Seahawks already there for an offensive free kick. Referee saw something went the other way. Maybe saw an elbow on Tessa Balding, perhaps.
Sammy loses it in the corner. And the ref's calling foul on Meridian.
Peyton Ellenbass there, trying to assert herself in this game.
I was going to say, it's very rare to see someone outmuscle Sammy Zwinowitz. In this case, it was because there was a foul committed. Sammy with a short ball to Ellie Chambers in the back. Back to Sammy.
Long ball to the forward there. Out wide for Schwetz. She's got the speed. Referee hasn't raised his flag, stays in. That's a great pickup there by Schwetz. That ball was skidding for the sideline. She beat it to it. Throw in here for the Hawks. And Foley on the far side. Foley will try and find Kerr. Schwetz battles. Kerr has the ball in the box, looking to beat a couple of defenders. She finds Balding. No space for Balding, though. She'll go back to Chambers here.
Seahawks really looking for anything. The minutes are winding down.
But this is really good to see. Seahawks with a second chance here. Foley can't quite pick it up.
Looks like the ref had his flag up as well, so it would have been offsides.
Right as I said that, I feel like the Seahawks had a chance, a little bit of space, a little bit of momentum to pass the ball around, find a way through, and Dismanowitz maybe a little too soon going for that big ball over the top. I think I would really like to see the Seahawks keep the ball on the ground, try and utilize a little bit of their foot skill.
Well, again, it comes back to patience, and we've seen that a lot tonight by the Seahawks, trying to force passes, force through balls. And I think just waiting that extra second or two, like you were saying, could be the difference.
The Hawks with the bit between their teeth here, looking to squeeze Meridian into making a mistake. in that defensive side of the ball. Ball kind of pinned into the Meridian half. They switch the ball around the back. Here's Cutter on the left side. Ball skates under Jenna Oliver there. Good switch of play by Meridian. Just run out of space again. Kuzminowicz descended upon there by a few players. She'll go across the field. Schwetz has a few options looking
So
forward.
got to get the ball out of her feet quick.
Good touch by Kerr. Foley will challenge and win a throw in there.
Seahawk throwing about the 10-yard line. And who do we have playing on the outside here, Otto?
That's Allison Cutter there on the far left. There's Jenna Oliver. Through to Kerr.
Oh.
The spaces are starting to open up for the Hawks. You see a little bit of space on top of the box.
Great idea, great idea. Just could not connect there with number 5 for the Seahawks. I guess, is that Allison Cutter up there?
It's Cameron Kerr.
Cameron Kerr
Up top. But
9-5, they all look the same.
no, with these purple numbers in this kind of light, it's a difficult task. Kerr, one of those blonde players, like easier to spot from a distance. Her and Tessa Balding both.
Ooh, looks like some. Oh, the ref's saying play on. Looks like maybe a handball and foul by number 7 Meridian, but
good physical play by Jenna Oliver.
The ref lets them play.
Foley takes that away. And
Claire Schnabel getting a little bit of action there in the back.
When Meridian picks the ball up in the midfield, they're pretty content just to kick the ball out of Seahawks possession. Seahawks definitely doing more with the ball in the second half. Oh, that's a really...
Well, that would have been a dangerous ball had it gone through. I think it was Emma Foley making the run.
Balding trying to cross over here.
Pung Po at back, switching it up. Misses Carolina Schwetz on the side, but Seahawks retain possession.
Cutter looking to the middle. A little too impatient from the Hawks. Ball wide to Downey. She has a little bit of space to work. Chambers
giving her a lot of room.
Middle. Schnabel will take.
Yeah, Ellie Chambers really kind of playing inside. Luckily, she was able to get there, but Seahawks are allowing those wingers to kind of get upfield.
Again, not the end of the world there. Downey definitely has a little bit of space, but Chambers switching over. Pretty good time there, not letting her have way too much. Schwetz and Cutter trying to combine on that far side.
And again, Otto, how much of that is communication between, if you're Ellie Chambers and a forward gets behind you, are you kind of counting on your midfield to be vocal with you and communicate that you might need to turn around and mark up?
Oh, that's all you got to be. If you're in that position, you got to be yelling. You really have to be vocal, because if you're a defender out on that far side, you probably have experience with this. There's got to be someone yelling in your ear, because you're cued into that 1v1 battle.
I do know that from experience. And again, sometimes all it takes is communication from the midfield to help you out. Because there are times as a defender where somebody does sneak in behind you, and there's, it's hard to see.
It's your goalkeeper as well. Your goalkeeper has a pretty big, expansive view of the field. I think that's something that Claire Schnabel will be able to improve on. Ooh, here's Ellen Bass. Ball through, almost got into the middle. Referee is saying that Claire Schnabel got a fist on it. It's going to be a corner kick for Meridian. I think that ball may have just gone out before Schnabel touched it. She's kind of maybe disagreeing.
Are you second-guessing the referees?
Oh, just going by Schnabel's body language. She definitely didn't agree with the call. Here's Downey with the left foot. She's going to probably put it into a dangerous position here with about 5 minutes left. Look, a short corner.
Keeps it on the ground.
Downey taken away. Cutter had the deflected ball out there. Hawks are going to try and counter. It's Ravine Carr, number 21. This game, like I said, second half has flown by compared to the first, but 5 minutes left for one of these teams to claim 3 points. As it stands, 0-0, 1 point apiece.
And there has been much more action this half than the first. Both teams really turning up the volume here with 5 minutes to go in the game.
Jessica Sundland here, number 11, getting her first couple minutes for the Trojans.
Both defenses being very stubborn here, not allowing the offense to get much ground.
Sminowitz trying to switch the ball for Foley on that far side. Not enough side-to-side action.
FUPA doing everything in their power to energize the girls here in the closing minutes of the game.
Carr runs out of room there.
Well, Otto, any predictions for the last 4 minutes here?
Anything could happen at this point. I think the Hawks are just a few more balls across the field instead of up the field. I think too many of those long balls by Sammy Desminowitz have been too vertical. I think some of them need to be a little bit more sideways so those Seahawk wingers can catch up to them. It's just been too hard of a task for Ellie Kephart and Emma Foley and Cameron Kerr to catch up to some of those long balls. Ooh, foul there. Hawks are going to get a free kick. Might be exactly what they're looking for as Desminowitz trots up to this set play, as they call it.
And these are the opportunities the Seahawks really need to capitalize on. There hasn't been a lot of set pieces in this game, but the couple they have had have been close to goals.
Desminowitz driven in long, and it's just off the mark. That's too bad. Maybe the chance the Hawks were looking for as the clock continues to tick down. 3 minutes and change here at Rice Field. Not as many goal-scoring opportunities as maybe some of the neutrals were hoping for, Spencer.
Yeah, I think we got lucky with the Mount Baker game that the second half really ramped up, and we saw probably combined 5 or 6 goals in that half. Here we've seen more opportunities for sure, but again, both teams coming up short in the goal department. But it has been a much more entertaining half for those of us spectating here tonight.
There's Kephart with a good shape on the ball there. Foley's chasing. Foley almost caught up to it. Oh, Richter right at the top of her box. Senior experience showing through there.
And I think that shows the awareness that Kephart has. She knows the speed of her forwards, and she will put that ball out there for them.
Another ball into the middle here. Kerr will try and pick it up.
Seahawks pressing hard, doing their best to alleviate this 0-0 stalemate. Meridian with the ball on the outside.
Caitlin Barnes chasing this down. Pompo and Cutter working together there. Last ball by Ellie Kephart, just a beautiful curling ball into the middle of the field, kind of exactly what I was talking about before, that diagonal ball to a vertical run, something the Hawks haven't had too much of so far. Ball's going to break here for Downey.
Ooh, dangerous ball.
Catches up to it, and she will waste no time getting the ball out to the captain, Ellie Kephart, and tries to find the freshman Kerr. There's no space. Meridian,
they really do like those long balls up the field. And I think at this point, if you're Meridian, are you just looking to walk out of here with a 0-0 tie?
The evidence is pretty overwhelming, I would say. They don't have a whole lot of offensive firepower, at least in relation to the Seahawks' defensive speed. But you got to give the Trojans credit as well. They really have come in here and fought and stymied everything the Hawks have thrown at them so far. Here's Downey. Ball across the box, way in front of Barnes.
And it's never easy, your Meridian come in here to an away game with a team that you've already lost to once at home, and to come in and put up a fight, I think you should be proud of the 0-0 tie.
They definitely are, as you can see right here, if you're looking in the bottom of your screen there, you can see 3 Meridian Trojan defenders staying back, kind of playing a stopper-sweeper system that has really given the Seahawks very little to attack. Game winding here. Hawks
I
really.
wonder if the referee's going to be blowing their whistle. It seems like we have had a lot of stoppage time in this game, this
Hawks
half.
really need to get the ball forward if they want to make something count here.
Referee's going to say play on. Looks like maybe 1 or 2 more possessions, but it can't be more than that.
And Pungpo can't find Cutter on the wing. It's just been not the best passing performance for the Hawks. Really good defensive stability. Here comes Meridian. Downey's in the middle. Downey shot. Save. Schnabel. That was
that could have been disastrous for the Hawks. That was kind of a defensive breakdown, but luckily Claire Schnabel was able to get that ball. Looks like we have Seahawk throw-in.
Scary moment for the Hawks. Almost gave up a point. Chambers forward.
It's like Meridian doing, these last closing minutes, it has been all Meridian.
That is all we have time for tonight. 80 minutes in the books. No goals on the score sheet. And that means 1 point apiece for both these teams. Very defensively, very well matched. Hawks maybe with a little bit more offensive ideas going forward, a little more firepower. But
you have to give it to Meridian. The second time they played the Seahawks, they lost at home. And again, coming in an away game as an away opponent and to leave with a 0-0 tie, there's no shame in that.
How much of the team's first encounter maybe dictated how this game went?
Well, it was early in the season, but it always, it benefits to play an opponent a second time. You've already had one look. You can kind of strategize towards that opponent. And I think Meridian did a good job of that tonight.
As a defender, you can probably, it's always good to play a team a second time. You really have a familiarity with the attacking threats that you're up against. So Meridian definitely deploying a successful defensive strategy tonight, stymieing the more offensively talented Hawks, but nothing to show for the women in purple and black. We have, again, our really excellent student section and FUPA going out in the field to congratulate the girls on a hard-fought night here at Rice Field. It's a good, again, student support for the girls soccer program at its probably highest it's ever been.
Absolutely,
really
and we can't say it enough that this team has really come a long way, and while they're young, it bodes well for the future. Now, Otto, it looks like our next game is let's see, it's October 3rd at Nooksack, and our next home game for the Seahawks is the 8th. I believe that is homecoming week, and that is against Cedro Woolley. So that'll be a good one to put on your schedule. Again, that's October 8th, 7 p.m. homecoming week, and that's against Cedro Woolley.
If you're a longtime Seahawks fan, you'll know that there's a kind of a natural rivalry to all the encounters we have with Cedro Woolley. It doesn't matter the sport, really. But next week, Nooksack, that's one of the teams with a little bit less experience and strength. Seahawks definitely with a chance to go get a win at Nooksack next week.
But it just came in. It looks like we will not be broadcasting the Cedro game, but look for us in the future as always.
Again, we're going to one more shout out to the AHS live broadcasting crew. 3 Mondays in a row we've been able to bring you live Seahawks soccer. We really appreciate you tuning in. And thanks for the broadcast crew for putting this together. It's been a blast.
It has.
So
and again, if you didn't hear that October 8th Cedro Woolley game will not be broadcasted. So make sure to come here to Rice Field to support your girls. Again, it's homecoming week. It's always a big, big game against a rival such as Cedro Woolley.
And we're going to leave you with these good pictures here of the student support, wishing the girls, or congratulating the girls on a hard-fought point here at Rice Field. We have...
And this is the 3rd week in a row. We have one more homecoming proposal. Nothing like waiting until the last minute, huh? We're only 1 week away from homecoming.
I think I usually wait at the last minute to ask anybody to homecoming, so nothing wrong there. Oh, it's really cool. We have the Meridian Trojans soccer team coming over and joining the tunnel for this particular proposal. That is just kind of outstanding.
You always like to see good sportsmanship, especially you have both teams. You have FUPA in there. You know, this is kind of what this is a good high school soccer right here.
And we'll wait to see who the lucky soccer player is. Looks like it's Tessa Balding, I think, number 8 for the Hawks. Check that, number 7, Tessa Balding.
Kind of hard to see, but
yeah, just like really Tessa Balding. Looks like it was a yes. She accepts the bouquet.
Is this soccer or The Bachelor?
A little bit of both here.
Nothing like a good homecoming week festivities again next week. If any of those tuning in are interested, there will be float building, lip sync practice, and of course the game on next week against Cedar Woolley on Tuesday, football game on Friday, and the parade. So fun week ahead if you're a Seahawk.
Plenty to look forward to. We are going to say good night from Rice Field. Again, I've been Otto Sortun.
This is Spencer Andrich. Thank you for tuning in, and we will see you at our next broadcast.
Ciao.